Scott Erker is the Senior Vice President of the Selection Solutions Group at Development Dimensions International, based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He spoke with us about accounting for culture fit during the hiring process. Why is it so important for new hires to fit in with the organization's culture?
There's two main reasons why we should care about hiring for culture fit. One is that if you have culture fit, people will put forth more effort in their job. They'll care about it more. We've been measuring engagement for a long time. That's one of the key metrics around this effort concept. The second reason is turnover. If people don't fit, they're more likely to leave, and if they leave, it costs companies money.
How can HR determine what culture aspects are the most important to screen for?
So determining the factors to screen for culture fit is really difficult. Most companies, most organizations want to define their ideal culture. And unfortunately, when they do that, they end up looking like everyone else, and that's not really the whole picture. You've got to describe the desired culture, the values that you want, but you also need to bring in the things that tend to be part of the informal culture, the things that you might not be so proud about your culture, but frankly, if you don't select for them in the first place, people are going to learn about them and eventually leave. So you've got to have a balance of formal and informal culture when setting that definition. So some examples of formal and informal would be something like this. Many organizations say that they have customer focus in their culture, quality orientation, they care about the environment, and they're an innovative company. So those are the formal things, and certainly are very important. But other things that might be part of the culture but are still important would be, hey, you know, we're fairly bureaucratic around here. If you're going to make a decision, you need to check with other people first before you take action based on the decision. Another would be that we have a culture that's heavy on feedback. And if you're not the type of person that likes feedback in your work, then again, there's going to be a lack of fit. You've got to come in and want to thrive in that environment, and it's got to be okay that you get feedback for good or for bad.
And how can HR account for culture fit during interviews?
So the most common measure of selection in measuring culture fit is the interview. And most organizations now have competencies that describe the behaviors required to do the work. And certainly it's important to interview for competencies, for the behaviors that are related to job success. But you've got to do more. And the thing to add is interviewing around motivational fit. Because culture fit isn't just about behaviors you use, it's about how you feel when you use those behaviors. And by looking at motivation, you then start to peel back the layers of the onion to get at the culture fit. So ask people what they liked about their previous job, what they didn't like, and if they tell you things that they liked or didn't like that match the things you offer or that you don't offer, that's a good indication of culture fit.